Congress is weighing whether it should ban the popular video app TikTok on all government devices.
The proposed legislation comes amid growing concerns over the threat the Chinese-owned social media platform poses U.S. national security issues. In a statement, a spokesperson for TikTok said the company was, quote, disappointed that Congress has moved to ban TikTok on government devices, a political gesture that will do nothing to advance national security interests. Let's bring in Cecilia Kong now with more. She is the national technology correspondent for the New York Times. Cecilia, welcome. Thanks for being with us. According to your reporting, an internal review conducted by ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, reveals that its employees inappropriately obtained data from some of its U.S. users. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, this was just breaking today. The parent company of TikTok, known as ByteDance, which is based in China, did an internal review that found that a handful of employees had indeed accessed the data of U.S. TikTok users, including 2 journalists. It is a limited access of U.S. data by a limited number of individuals, but is exactly the kind of actions and activities that U.S. lawmakers, state governors, as well as the Biden administration has been warning about, which is that TikTok poses national security and privacy threats to U.S. users because of its relationship with China and because of what it had was a very porous relationship with its parent company, ByteDance.
Cecilia, tell us more about the relationship between TikTok, because they've said that they are independent of the Chinese government, but that relationship that it has and the results of your investigation.
Yeah, so ByteDance bought TikTok, which was formerly known as Musical.ly, in 2017. And ever since then, there has been some concerns about the privacy and national security risks because of that close relationship and because ByteDance does have contacts within the government, or allegedly does. The real concern is that the Chinese government has legal policy in place that can compel, where the government can compel companies in China to give it data. So even if ByteDance and TikTok, which are trying to distance themselves from each other, saying they have very independent government, internal corporate structures, and they keep their data separate. Despite that, what lawmakers in the U.S. are saying is that that doesn't stop the Chinese government from forcing ByteDance to give it data on TikTok users if it wants.
So we're also seeing bans instituted on the use of TikTok on government devices in some states. Congress set to vote on some sweeping legislation that would ban TikTok, as we mentioned, on federal devices. I guess what does it suggest about the future of TikTok then here in the U.S.?
Well, pressure is mounting, and there's a lot of activity right now to try to restrict the use of TikTok as much as possible in the U.S. And that begins with government-issued devices. What we're seeing is more than a dozen states that have banned the use of TikTok on government issued devices. So if you are an employee of, say, like a state commission, say, you will no longer, in at least 14 states, be able to use TikTok, download that app on your device. There is a piece of legislation that is moving through Congress with real speed and with a lot of support that would ban TikTok on all federal devices. That would be the farthest reaching restriction of TikTok yet in the U.S. This does not restrict consumers on their own devices from downloading the app. It'll be really difficult to do that. I think the government would run into a lot of First Amendment challenges of restricting the use of a communications app, essentially an entertainment app, on consumer devices.
Cecilia Kong, thank you.
Thanks for having me.